the company will be forced to miss their deadline. Tesla's electric revolution would be over before it started.
A very, very important moment is the birth of Model S in our Tesla factory. And it's where, the rubber is going to meet the road, so to speak.
The process begins in stamping. To increase the battery's range, the company have decided to build 97% of the Model S with lightweight aluminium. It's an extremely rare feature in a mass production car due to the cost. Every Model S starts as one of these. The roll is loaded into the mechanical cutting machine. Once cut, the panels are passed to the stamping press.
We need to translate flat pieces of aluminum into 3D forms. And how to do this with aluminum stamping with the level of quality that we expect is really, really challenging.
To meet the challenge, they buy the largest available stamping press in North America. It's one of the first pieces of equipment they install. Over 3 stories high, it has to be transported from Detroit on 70 trains and then entirely rebuilt. The immense pressure from the stamp allows them to press the complex body shapes needed for the Model S. It can be mounted with different heads, known as dies, that mold the panels into a wide variety of shapes. Robotic arms feed the 4 stamps. Each stage forces a more detailed 3D shape, producing stacks of floor plates. These lightweight aluminium parts improve the Model S's power-to-weight ratio, which helps increase the performance and range. The 2 things that obsess co-founder and technical chief, J.B. Straubel.
Any ideas on how we can make it better? Performance and range were the 2 big issues that needed to be improved, and that's where we've put most of our focus on the technology and powertrain.
Powertrain manufacture, 2nd floor. This is where they build the heart of the Model S, the motors and battery packs. Tesla know the electric powertrain will define their cars, so they push to advance the technology themselves.
This is an extremely exciting field where inventions continue to happen even faster than they did, in the years previous.
Tesla's solution to improving battery life appears startlingly simple. They use thousands of small lithium-ion cells, similar to laptop batteries. Thanks to these regular batteries, the company say the Model S has achieved a top range of 480 kilometers.
Once you have 250 to 300 miles of range, then you're in a different usage mode. You're in a range that is equivalent to most gasoline cars.
The car can be charged by 100 kilometers every hour from a regular power outlet. Ultimately, Tesla are hoping to install superchargers along major highways that can charge the car to capacity in 45 minutes.
You can charge the car up every night, but you don't need to. You can actually charge it once a week.
The high-performance battery pack is formed with over 7,000 small cells. They're organized into a flat layer with specific groupings of positive and negative. The final layout is the key to the pack's power and range, and Tesla considers it absolutely top secret. The motor unit is also developed in-house. It's essentially an AC induction motor, a concept invented by 19th century scientist and Tesla Motors namesake, Nikola Tesla. He harnessed an electromagnetic field to turn a basic motor. Modern-day Tesla has developed their motor with a highly conductive copper cylinder. When the electromagnetic casing is fed with current, the copper cylinder inside starts to spin. It's nearly 3 times more efficient than a combustion engine. In fact, there are only 3 moving parts. It connects directly to the rear wheels and doesn't need a transmission.
These are the 3 moving parts in the whole Model S powertrain. One of the cool things also with this very simple gearbox is that when we want to go in reverse in the car and back up, all we have to do is spin the motor in the other direction, and the car backs up. We don't need a clutch, we don't need a separate gear for reverse.
The entire drive unit is under a meter long, smaller than a golf bag. But it propels the Model S, a family-size sedan, into the class of performance cars. In fact, this powertrain creates a totally different driving experience. Program Director Jerome Guillem works constantly to refine it. As with the light switch, electric power can be fully applied instantly.
The first thing that's gonna surprise people is how much torque you get so quickly. That response, instant response, you cannot really mess with the throttle too much, because if you push on it, then the car will go. Even from a stop, you have a very quick takeoff, because basically the torque is instant. So if I stop here and then I start, you will see that we have an acceleration right from the beginning. Any speed, you have that same torque available. So it's very easy to pass a car or to get out of harm's way if needed.
Unlike gasoline cars, which have to change gears, the Model S can accelerate to top speed totally uninterrupted.
When you go to electric, because you can regulate the torque that goes into a vehicle very smoothly and instantly, we don't need any transmission. This is a single gear powertrain.
The Model S battery pack floor means the majority of the weight is close to the road, making it more stable in the corners and improving the handling.
We have a very low center of gravity, something similar like to a Ferrari.
But the real evolution in the way you drive is down to one of the central innovations in electric cars: regenerative braking. Although the Model S has traditional brakes, you don't have to use them. Regen braking can be engaged by simply easing off on the accelerator.
When you want to brake, you just take your foot off the pedal, like I'm doing now, and the car brakes itself. So you don't need to use the mechanical brakes.
When active, the regen system magnetically resists the motor's rotation, slowing the car and harvesting electric current. The energy recovered recharges the battery and extends the range of the car. When you put your foot down again, the electric power returns. Tesla call it one-pedal driving.
It's a little bit different approach of driving, but once you realize that if you take your foot off the pedal, the car slows down, then it's like, whoa, this is great. I can drive using only one pedal.
In the factory, the delivery deadline is now fast approaching. The Model S test production cycle reaches the main assembly area. The car is based around a partially steel underbody. To make it, engineers weld struts and casts into a framework. Brad's newly trained welding robot is about to be tested in full automation.